Okay, Inner Freedom Project Journal number 7 or 8. I think this is 8. Okay, so today feeling pretty interested. Very interesting today because I started to feel humor in my patterns. Like it started to feel funny because I'd feel myself struggling with something and then it was funny. Like things that I've been struggling with for a long time are starting to feel a little bit humorous, and I know that's a sign that I'm getting over them to some extent. You know, not just humor, but like I'd be stuck in it a little bit, but it'd be funny at the same time. For example, um, kind of figuring out some money issues with my wife, and I went to talk to her about something I had figured out about trusting myself with money. Like I hadn't been trusting myself with money, and so I was projecting that onto her, and I was not trusting her with money at all, in the way she spent it. And I basically just had this insight and realization last night that I didn't trust myself with money. And so whether or not she's totally trustworthy with money, um, I haven't trusted her. I've been projecting my stuff onto her big time, big time. Um, so I wanted to tell her about it, but I felt so weak while I was doing it. Um, and as soon as it was done, as soon as the interaction was done, I kind of left it, and it was very unsatisfying. But I was very humored by it, by the fact that I was feeling so weak. So I feel that that's a bit of freedom. Like it's like the freedom of accepting my limitations almost. It's kind of a paradox, but there is an inner freedom in not hammering myself or thinking, "Oh God, that sucked." It was more like, "Oh my gosh, I felt so weak there." Um, and then in other situations today, stuff would come up where I felt like I couldn't handle the situation. In the situation, I would start laughing at it, and then of course, then I could handle it because that humor brought instant perspective and sort of dissolved the sense that I was incapable. And then all of a sudden, I felt totally capable of handling the situation, and so that felt pretty awesome. Because it is humorous. It's humorous once we've dissolved the issue or the karma or whatever you want to call it. Then it's really funny. It's really funny for me. Um, the way that I've been interacting in a lot of situations, and I have some humor about the struggles I've had at my office, because it's funny to. It's kind of like watching my 2-year-old son, who can put his underwear on by himself because when he wants to, he does it. But it's kind of like watching him hold his underwear up to his feet and go, I can't, I need you to do it, Daddy, I need you to do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. That's kind of funny because it's obvious that he can do it and that he's just going for something else. Well, it's like we do the same kind of things as adults, but we're a lot better at hiding it. We're a lot more sophisticated with the way we cover it up, with our subconscious, and so it's kind of like I was seeing that in myself. These plays, this act that I couldn't, this act that says I can't do it because I just don't feel confident enough, or I just can't do it. It's too much. I'm too worried about the person's opinions of me, or whatever it is. So that's the humor in it. It's like my inner 2-year-old saying I can't, uh, when in fact the reason why it's so funny is because I know that it's not true. Um, so that'll be interesting to bring into the office tomorrow, and yeah, it'll be really interesting. I'm really kind of excited to see where that leads, and also had some realizations about money. No, I mentioned that it dawned on me that I hadn't trusted myself with money, and so it's like therefore I haven't made a whole lot of money because I didn't trust myself spending the extra money that I might have. So um, that's another thing to just watch and and see where it leads. It's beautiful. It's beautiful being authentic and free. Um, I love the feeling inside when I'm there, when I'm here, and especially when I'm able to put it out there, and that is awesome. It feels so good. But even just feeling it inside, like this, that's pretty amazing too. So it's like real life instead of some faked thing. And when it's some faked thing, if I have perspective on it and I can laugh at it, then great. That brings me right back. Um, so as I sink in, I'll just finish with some sort of real moment here. Of course, I don't know what it'll be, but here goes. What I feel is I can feel my karma that I've got to work through. That's there for me to work, and there for me to dissolve and feel it and dissolve it. Not get stuck in it, but kind of like burn through it or um, embrace it so that it can dissolve. Not move away from it or try to run over it or under it or to the side. I can feel it's like this tunnel of gunk that I can embrace and go through to dissolve rather than trying to avoid it. I've been trying to avoid my issues or rise above them or sneak around them. And when I get real, it feels like there's a tunnel of issues for me to move through. It's like yeah, I'm not very scared of it. It's like, all right, let's just dive in there and feel it. It feels like it's going to be an icky, sticky mess. But I don't know. I'm just kind of excited to feel it. The fear is so much less. I hardly feel it at all right now. And I want to trust myself more with money. Thinking I want to take some step to do that. Have some sort of plan. But I'm sure it'll just come. I'll feel the moments to trust at every day something will come up money wise. I think that it will give me a chance to trust myself or trust Georgia or trust others with money. Yeah, so that's about it. Project's going strong. It feels awesome. Giving my gifts when I can feel it, noticing that I'm human, and yeah, ready to continue on. Feels great. It's been a week and a half almost, and I feel really grateful to be doing this, and like this is my life's work. Is reaching inner freedom, experiencing inner freedom is like a purpose for my life, and then all the context that creates in my life can be amazing. And my kids are so quick to respond. It's amazing. My kids are so quick to respond. They're the fastest. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I love it so much. Love it so much. Okay. Peace, love, and freedom.